Hey, Audra. Looks like you're the first person to join. Hey, Amberly. Hey there, 888. That's a big abundance number. Welcome to Thought Snob Live. This is my weekly show that comes on TikTok every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hey there, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to the room. I'm going to teach you a little bit about how to heal today using your vagus nerve. Have you guys ever heard about the vagus nerve? Learning about the vagus nerve was a game changer for me, and I'd like to focus on that today. I'm so glad you guys are here, and I think you'll benefit from a lot of what I have to say today, especially if you are burdened by chronic freaking stress. Hello. Hey, everybody. If you guys can tap that screen, love this live so TikTok will push it out. I would really appreciate that. I've got some great information for you today. I'm going to teach you some techniques that activate your body's innate healing powers. And these techniques are so freaking simple to use, and they are not going to cost you one penny, okay? Hey, everybody. Thank you for being here. Oh, thank you. Is it Talashia? Thank you so much. Thank you. So I'll just kick off by saying Thought Snob Live is my show that I do every Wednesday on TikTok. And we talk about non-traditional pathways to success and out of the ordinary ways of being. Everything I talk about is somewhat out of the box. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. I've got some important stuff for you today. We're going to be talking about how to activate your body's innate healing powers through stimulating your vagus nerve. I know that was a mouthful. Who's familiar with the vagus nerve? Will you let me know in the comments? Because quite honestly, I had never heard about the vagus nerve until I started studying at the Chopra Center. I'm a little embarrassed to admit what little I knew about my anatomy. And this is something that we all have. Multi-menti, not familiar with. I was not either. But learning about the vagus nerve, complete and total game changer. That is a fact. Okay, so today I'm going to be teaching you all about the vagus nerve, how you can activate it, and why you should be doing that every single day, okay? And for those of you who are just hopping on, welcome. This is Thought Snob Live. I usually post these, the full videos on my YouTube channel. So if you join late or you can't stay the entire time, then you can go back and watch the video at your leisure, okay? Welcome, everybody. Please keep tapping that screen. I've got such an important workshop for you today. I want TikTok to push this out as much as possible, okay? Hey there, Marty. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here for it. And Farm Girl, welcome. Hey, everybody. All right, let's get started. So a couple of you responded in the comments. And if you can let me know if you are familiar with the vagus nerve, because that is the topic for today. And if you're like me and you don't know about it, you definitely want to hang in there with me as long as you can today, okay? All right, so it looks like some of you are familiar with your vagus nerve. That's great, all right? So I just want to start by giving you the lowdown on, goes down in the center of the body. Yes, you're right. So I just want to kick off giving you just a brief overview for those of you who may not be familiar with my work. My name is Paula Swope, and I am the new self-help author that coined the term Thought Snob. It is my trademark method. I created it. This is my book that debuted back in August. It's available exclusively on Amazon and Audible. Thought Snob, the modern spiritual playbook for a better life. Now, before I start teaching you guys how to heal your bodies, I just want you to know what Thought Snob is all about, because it ties into what I'm going to be talking about today. SNOB is actually an acronym, and it stands for See New Objective Beliefs, all right? And I created this method to help people feel better, because it teaches how to go about life with mindful awareness and a strong emotional intelligence, okay? And when you can do that, you are going to feel so much better. What my method does is it decreases amygdala activity. And if you're not familiar with what the amygdala is, it's this little almond-shaped structure in our brains, and it is responsible for negativity bias. It almost pissed me off when I first heard about it, because we kind of got the shaft on that deal. The amygdala searches for bad news. And that's why it's easier for us to believe the bad over the good. Well, my Thought Snob method helps you to retrain your brain so that you can believe the good over the bad. We tend to let our minds run the show instead of our bodies, and it's really our bodies that tell us what we need to know. And we must work to reverse that negativity bias so that we can feel better, okay? Welcome to everybody who just joined. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Getting ready to talk about how to activate your vagus nerve, all right? So very quickly, then I'll get to the topic at hand. Feeling better is my target audience's #1 priority, because you cannot attract what you want if you don't feel well. At the very core of conscious creation, manifestation, hey there, Sky. At the very core of conscious creation, manifestation, whatever you prefer to call it, we attract what we are. Like attracts like. And so if you feel bad, you're going to attract unpleasant people, places, things, and experiences. But if you feel good, you don't have to work at manifestation. You're going to naturally attract things. You're not going to be chasing what you want. You're just going to get it because you feel good, and you're vibing at that frequency of feeling good, which matches with abundance and peace and perfect health and all those things that everybody wants, okay? All right, so I teach people how to use what they already have to release stress and heal. And you can't feel good if you're burdened by chronic stress. And our bodies are innately wired to heal themselves. And our vagus nerve plays a fundamental role in the healing process. And that's why I wanted to focus Thought Snob Live on the vagus nerve today, okay? So for the people who have just joined, I've had a few of you tell me that, no, I'm not familiar with the vagus nerve. Yes, I am familiar with the vagus nerve. So will you just drop it in the comments and let me know if you know what the vagus nerve is? Because I did not. When I first started studying at the Chopra Center, I had never heard about the vagus nerve. And Deepak comes on teaching a class and he starts talking about the vagus nerve. And I'm like, holy shit. I mean, it was just a total game changer. Jeff says, I do not know. All right, Jeff, you gotta hang in there with me today, okay? It's a game changer to learn about this, all right? So the vagus nerve is the most important part of our parasympathetic nervous system. It's the longest cranial nerve in our body, and it connects our brains to our organs. And it's often referred to as the healing nerve due to its role in regulating our involuntary functions. Understanding the vagus nerve's function deepens your self-awareness, and it enhances your ability to relax and to heal. Okay, FDP, you definitely want to hang in there. All right, hang in there with me. This is life-changing stuff. So you need to do something to stimulate your vagus nerve daily, and there are many ways to do that. And I'm going to teach you some practical methods today. All right. Now, for those of you who have just joined, And for those of you who want to hear hear the whole workshop, I post these videos on my YouTube channel. All of my links are in my link tree here on my profile. And you can go back and you can watch this whenever you have time. Meditation is one of my favorite ways to stimulate the vagus nerve. Oh yes, ma'am. Meditation is it's life-changing for more ways than one, and it works to stimulate our vagus nerve, which turns on our parasympathetic nervous system. That's how we heal, and I'm getting ready to get to all that just in a moment. So the benefits of activating the vagus nerve daily are astronomical, because here's a hardcore truth. Living in America is fast-paced. Just living in America is stressful because, and tell me if I'm wrong, but we are conditioned from day one to think that we have to push ourselves to our ultimate limits to be successful at anything, right? Go, 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 go. If we rest, we're lazy. Well, in actuality, rest is the most important thing we can do. It's the most productive thing that we can do, but we're conditioned to believe the opposite. Well, take a look at the anxiety rates. Take a look at the depression rates. Take a look at the chronic disease rates. Just take a look at what they are in America. This mentality and this lifestyle keeps people in fight, flight, freeze. That's our sympathetic nervous system's response. People have that sympathetic nervous system turned on the moment their feet hit the floor in the morning, and they never switch it off. And I used to be one of those people. I was unaware of what I was doing to myself, and I created some poor health. I'm 48 years old. I was very sick the first 3 decades of my life, and that trickled over into my early 30s, and I'll talk about that in just a minute. But what happens after living in fight, flight, freeze for extended periods is we accumulate chronic stress. And if chronic stress isn't interrupted and released, oh, there's Rebecca. Hey there, if you want to join, let me know. If it isn't released, then it causes inflammation in the body. And inflammation is at the root cause of nearly every disease known to man. If inflammation isn't released, it will eventually turn into sickness. Here's the significance of the vagus nerve to all of this. Activating the vagus nerve turns the sympathetic branch off. That's the branch that causes us problems. And it turns on the parasympathetic nervous system. The parasympathetic nervous system is our rest and digest, rejuvenate, and renewal system. That's how we heal. So that's what needs to be turned on all damn day, not the sympathetic nervous system, all right? So the life-changing benefit of stimulating the vagus nerve is to release stress before it becomes chronic, or interrupt the chronic stress pattern and alleviate the inflammation from your body. And then the health benefits just spiral from there, okay? Now, there are so many practical ways to stimulate the vagus nerve. And I'll go over 2 or 3 of those today. But I encourage you to dig into this a little deeper. I talk about this on my podcast a lot, the Thought Snob podcast. I do whole episodes about activating the vagus nerve and improving your health through Ayurvedic practices, and it's worth your time for sure. Now, the glorious thing about the techniques I'm about to teach you is you can practice them immediately without spending 1 penny. Not 1 penny, because you're using what you already have. You're going internal to heal yourself. These techniques are also discreet. So you can use them anywhere, anytime, any place. Hey there, Amelia. I'm doing okay today. I hope you are too. Well, I'm actually doing pretty good today. Better than okay. But thank you for asking. And so these techniques, like they're discreet, like I was just saying. Now, let's just say you feel yourself getting anxious about something, or maybe you're nervous at work about a meeting with your boss or something like that. You can use these techniques and no one ever has to know what you're doing. So they're free. They're easy to use. Thank you, Jess. I appreciate that. At 48 years old, looking good is a full-time damn job. So free, easy to use, discreet. It's like, what have you got to lose, right? So the first two techniques I'm going to show you have to do with our eyes. So the muscles that control our eyes are connected to the vagus nerve. So certain eye exercises and movements will stimulate the vagus nerve. Here's the first one. Use the palms of your hands to just gently press on your closed eyes. Just gently press. And you can do this until you feel yourself start to calm down, okay? Now what this does is when you gently press on your closed eyes, is it lowers your heart rate and it lowers your blood pressure. You know your body better than anyone. So just do that until you feel yourself start to calm down a little bit, because you know when you're calming down, you know when you're heating up. I mean, you know, you feel it, you know. So the second one involves an eye movement. Okay, now let's all do this together. If you can do this with me, do this with me, okay? Clasp your hands like this, all right? Clasp them like that. And then push it forward like that. And then bring them back here and just kind of cup the back of your head like you're just supporting your neck, okay? Just get comfortable. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to look straight ahead, center your eyes on something. Just look straight ahead. Now, look to the left and hold that position for 30 seconds. When 30 seconds is up, center again, look straight ahead again, and when you feel like your eyes are centered, then look to the right. Hold that position for 30 seconds. After 30 seconds, center again. Okay? That's it. That's all you do. You can do that at any time during the day. Anytime you feel the least bit anxious. Anytime you want to improve your focus, open your mind a little bit, clear out some brain fog. You don't have to be a nervous wreck to do these exercises at all. Experiment with them. See which ones you like the best. See which ones are most effective, okay? Okay, so the next one I'm going to teach you is my favorite because it's breath work. Breath work is another game changer in so many ways. I absolutely love it. If you can do it daily, you will greatly enhance your health and well-being, and you will increase longevity. That is my promise to you. You can always use your breath. As long as you've got your breath, you can change your mind. Your breath has the power to change your mind. And we don't even usually think about that, right? We just breathe because breathing is involuntary. But if we're mindfully aware of how we're breathing, then we can use our breath to heal our bodies, activate our vagus nerve, and turn that sympathetic nervous branch on. All right? So I'm going to teach you box breathing. All you do is you inhale through your nose for a count of 4. Okay? Inhale. And then you hold for 4. Exhale through your nose for 4. hold for 4. And repeat. That's all you do. Let's do a couple of rounds together, okay? Just so you can get used to doing the box breathing. But before we start, 2 things you need to know about doing breath work. You always want to practice belly breathing. So you can put your hand on your chest, put your hand on your belly. And when you do belly breathing, you're using your diaphragm to breathe. You're not breathing through your chest. And so on the inhale, you want to feel your belly coming out into your hands like it's a balloon, like inflating with air. You want it to come all the way out. I'm giving you permission to just stick that belly out, okay? Because we're always going to hold it in, all right? And then on your exhales, you want to just slowly feel that belly coming back in like it's deflating, like a balloon deflating, all right? So always remember belly breathing. And then the second thing, you want to breathe through your nose. Like you use your nose to breathe, you use your mouth to eat. If you could be mindful of that, it can make some of your breath work practices more effective. So inhale, always inhale through your nose. Try to exhale through your nose. If it feels more comfortable to exhale through your mouth, then by all means do that. You want to listen to your body and do what feels comfortable for you. But when it feels good to inhale and exhale through your nose, do that, and the breathing will be effective. Okay? All right, let's do this box breathing together. So put your hand on your chest, the other hand on that belly, and let's inhale to the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. How did that feel? It's good to know we'll always exhale through mouth. We'll feel better exhaling through nose. Okay, good. When it feels better to do that, do that. Some days it feels better to me to exhale through my mouth, so I do that. Now there is a breathing exercise that I love that you are supposed to exhale through your mouth, and I can show you that one. I love this one. I love this one. Okay, it's like it gets the breathwork gets the energy flowing in your body big time. Like if you feel like if you're a writer, you have writer's block, or you're not getting any new creative ideas, or you feel like you got brain fog, or you just feel or blocked or stagnant or whatever, you can use your breath to get that energy flowing. I'm telling you, I was always a mouth breather because of asthma and such, but change it to nose breathing. Yeah, you just do whatever feels comfortable for you. But nose breathing is very, very effective. Okay, the start of my healing journey. Okay, so here is the technique I was just talking about where you do want to exhale through your mouth, all right? So what you do, and this is so profound, you are going to inhale through your nose as slowly and as deeply as you can. Then you are going to blow the air out through your mouth like you're blowing through a straw. And you are going to exhale as slowly as you can. So let's try this together. Inhale deeply and as slowly as you can. Here we go. When you've taken in all you can, let it out like this as slowly as you can. How did that one feel? Welcome, everybody. If you're late to the game and you want to get caught up on this workshop, I'll be posting the full video on my YouTube channel as soon as TikTok makes it available for us. Sometimes it can take some time to be available, but usually I have it within a couple of hours or so. So for those of you who have been here this entire time, do you have any questions? Any comments? Do you have any aha moments? Finding Bliss. Hey there, what is the YouTube channel? It's under my name, Paula Swope, but links to you can find me everywhere in my link tree here on my profile on TikTok. And I'll just seize this opportunity to let you know, since today's January the 15th, and I don't have a damn clue what's going on with the TikTok ban. I don't know if we're going to wake up on January the 19th and not be able to access it or what. But if that's the case and you want to find me, I'm everywhere. I have a website, paulaswope.com. I'm the author of the wildly popular self-empowerment book, Thought Snob, The Modern Spiritual Playbook for a Better Life. It's available on Amazon and Audible. And I'm just going to be more active on Instagram if TikTok goes away. And if you have any suggestions for other platforms, I'd love to hear. If you're on any new platforms and you're loving them, frankly, I don't think TikTok's going to go away. It's the craziest thing I've ever heard. But we'll see what happens. And I'm prepared if it does. If it does, it does, right? I'm not gonna stress over it. Hey, Jennifer, thank you so much for liking the live. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think this has been a very informative session, and I hope that you guys have enjoyed it. TikTok got pushed back 287 days approximately. Confidence Creator says that. I had not heard that. Can you share a little bit more? I guess that's like a Supreme Court ruling or something like that. I'd love to know more. If you know more, tell me. And I just want to share with you the significant changes that I have noticed in my health since I started activating my vagus nerve. Hang on, Confidence Creator. Why do I feel dizzy or short breath when breathing through my nose? If you ever feel dizzy or short of breath, then stop. Definitely stop. You might want to ask your medical doctor about that. I am trained. I'm a certified Ayurveda health specialist, life coach, meditation instructor through the Chopra Center, through Dr. Deepak Chopra School, but I'm not a medical doctor. What I do know is if you feel dizzy or short of breath, then you definitely need to talk to your doctor about that. Anytime you're doing any kind of breath work and you start to feel like that, then just stop it. There are many exercises, many breath work exercises that start to feel a little uncomfortable, and that's okay. But if you start to feel dizzy or you start to feel like you're going to pass out or you can't get your breath, okay, tightness in your neck, yeah, you want to talk to your doctor about that. And I'll tell you this too. I am certified to talk about this. When emotional trauma gets stuck in your body, and when you're doing exercises like breath work, you can physically feel it, and just be aware of that, because you start to release that, and it can be a very profound experience. But if you feel like that something's wrong, something don't feel right, go with your intuition, stop doing it, and talk to your doctor. Again, it can feel uncomfortable. If you've never done this before, grounding afterwards helps a lot. Thank you, Maya, you are right. Before you start, you want to prepare your body and your mind to do breath work. Like today, I just jumped into it because, I'm on TikTok Live and I'm teaching and our time is limited. I just jumped right into it. But you want to prepare yourself. Just sit down. It feels uncomfortable to breathe that deep. Okay, I understand that. You can sit up or lie down. I suggest that you get very, very comfortable and relaxed before you start the breathing. And connect with your breath before you start the exercises. Just take a minute, breathe normally, connect with your breath, then pick up on whatever exercise that you want to do and do what feels comfortable. And some of the breath work, you won't like it. So just don't do those and stick with what you like. What shifted for you in your early 30s to come out of survival mode? Oh my God. I wrote a whole book about it. Actually, it's available on Amazon and Audible. Thought Snob, the modern spiritual playbook for a better life. I was actually in my late 20s and I was Hawk. How often do you recommend breath work daily? Just once or more. You can do breath work as much as you want to do it. If you do it 10 to 12 minutes daily, you will, if you do 10 to 12 minutes of breath work, and the research shows this, so you can fact check me, for like several weeks, I think it's 5 or 6 weeks maybe. You might want to check me on that, I'm not sure. But if you do it consistently daily for weeks, then you reprogram your brain. And when the moment that you start breathing, like one of your breathwork exercises, it kicks in, like you're telling your brain, okay, I'm calm. It's miraculous. That's why I recommend doing it daily, because you immediately turn on that parasympathetic nervous system, and it's going to stay on longer when you start doing breath work every single day. Breath work is great to do at night too, before you go to sleep. Any time of day is great. In the mornings, at night, do it as much as you want to do it. It's going to benefit you in one way or the other. So back to the question about the shift, what happened when I started to turn things around. I was in my late 20s. I do tapping. Yes, Joy Ginger, I sure do. I was in my late 20s and I got sick. I was sick of being miserable. I was sick of living in hell on earth. And I could not understand why my life was the way it was. And at that age, I should not have been as sick as I was. My immunity was shot. I had debilitating head colds, bouts of pneumonia, flu. If something was going around, I got it. Stomach viruses. I was just miserable. My blood pressure was through the roof. It was 150 over 110 at 22 years old. That's ridiculous. My cholesterol was high. Everything. I just was not resilient physically, emotionally, nothing. And I learned about subconscious beliefs. And that's when I was like, holy shit, this is what's going on with me. And I was able to turn things around. And I'm 48 years old right now, even postmenopausal. And I'm telling you, I'm in the best health of my life. The best health of my life. I was talking to my personal trainer the other day, and he said, you know what, Paula? Your health is actually improving as you age. And that's rare. And I said, you know what? You're right. It is. And it didn't come natural. I've worked my ass off. But I got sick of being sick, and I made a choice. I used to stay sick. 2024, I'm 48 years old. 2024 was the first year of my life that I enjoyed a full year of excellent health. No sickness whatsoever. Not even a head cold. Nothing. It was miraculous. That is a miracle for me. And my health I started doing these practices like I taught you today. And it took a while to get all that garbage out of my subconscious, which was making me physically sick. It took a while to get it out of there. But a few years ago, the bouts of sickness became less and less frequent. Worked my way up to 2024, no sickness whatsoever. My immunity is stronger than it's ever been. My blood pressure is normal. My heart rate's normal. Cholesterol levels are excellent. My BMI is normal. Flexibility, stamina, resilience overall, 10 times better than when I was in my early 20s, not to mention the emotional control that I have. I am calm and peaceful 90% of the time, and that is a game changer. Someone asked how I cleared the garbage out of my subconscious mind. So I did it using the snob method that I ended up creating years and years and years after I started working on clearing out my subconscious. I tell people that my subconscious used to look like a landfill, and now it looks more like the grounds at the Biltmore Estate. If you've ever been to the Biltmore Estate in Asheville, North Carolina, the grounds are something else, okay? It's clean. And the way that I did it was I started looking at the facts. There were some really, I grew up in a rural area. It was a poverty pocket in Kentucky. And people who grow up in poverty or they're influenced by poverty in some way, they all have something in common. They expect defeat. And they have never gotten what they really wanted, and they cannot fathom the idea of somebody else getting what they want. When I was little, just growing up in general, all through, childhood into my teenage years, I always wanted more, and I always felt like that I could have a better life, and better wasn't an egotistical thing or a judgmental thing. I just wanted better, just better than what I had. And when I would talk about wanting more, wanting something better, or talk about, the lifestyle that I really wanted, I was called a stuck-up snob. I was told that I felt like I was better than they were. And I was told that I was getting above my raising. Well, after hearing that for so long, I started to believe it. And so I shut out, I turned a blind eye and a deaf ear to the things that I really wanted. And I just started focusing on the life that I didn't want, because I had been brainwashed to believe that the life that I wanted was not attainable for me. And in my late 20s, I had created what I refer to as hell on earth. I had created a physical reality that resembled what was in my subconscious. And it was just one big picture of disempowerment, poverty, not having enough of anything, not just money, toxic people, abusive relationships, stupid instances, poor health, injuries, broken bones, unexpected just things. They're just out of the clear blue, just unexpected stuff that caused a lot of havoc and chaos in my world. When I took inventory of my subconscious beliefs, like when I learned that our subconscious beliefs control up to like 90-something% of our behaviors, think about that. The way that I brought the subconscious to the conscious was through my snob method. See new objective beliefs. That's what I had to do. I had to look at the facts. Seeing new objective beliefs is just a fancy way of saying, look at the damn facts. Because my whole identity, my whole belief system was based on the subjective opinions of other people. Well, nobody knows you better than you. And subjective opinions are just that. They're not true. So when you look at your life objectively and you look at the facts, you are going to come to your senses about a lot of stuff. And that is how I reversed my subconscious beliefs. That's how I cleaned out my subconscious mind. And it was not easy. It took years and years. Berry, peach, plum, oh my God, I relate, right? I'm telling you, if anybody would have told me this when I was much younger, it seriously would have changed the trajectory of my entire existence. But I don't think that's what I was put on this earth to do. I think I had to go through those tough times and those challenging situations to find my life purpose. And my life purpose is to help other people find their life purpose. And one way to do that is through using my trademarked snob method. I have created so many resources for you on my website, paulaswope.com, my YouTube channel, Nishi. Hey, I just joined. How did you do it? So, I don't have time at this point, unfortunately, to go back over it again. But here's the thing. I will post this workshop on my YouTube channel as soon as TikTok makes it available. And so you can watch it when you have time. I also have, like, my whole book is about reversing your subconscious beliefs. That's what this whole book is about. It's available on Amazon and Audible. Get a copy. Seriously, it will be the best. I think it's for sale on Amazon for $9. It's the best freaking $9 you will ever spend. But if you don't want to spend any money, listen to my podcast, Thought Snob Podcast. It's available wherever you get your podcast. Go to my link tree here on my profile. Click on those links, dig into those resources. I have so many guided visualizations that can help you clear out that subconscious. Those are on my website. Those are on my YouTube channel. The stuff's out there. I've created it for you. All you got to do is find it and use it, okay? Nishi, okay, I'll get it on Audible. I needed to get credits. Perfect. Just got it on Audible. Woo! Would love to have you on my podcast. Email me, Jamie Jocelyn King. Email me, paula@paulaswope.com. I would love that. I'm on podcasts all the time. I also, last Thursday, I debuted my own live segment on Wave 3 News. Wave 3 is my local news channel here in Louisville, Kentucky. Every Thursday, I go live on Wave 3. It's called Thought Snob Thursdays. I go on at 12:30. Now, if you don't live here in Louisville and you want to watch it live, you can download the Wave 3 app and watch. You can stream it from there. Or the next day, Wave 3 always posts a video of my 7-minute segment on their website. So you can watch it there too. Jamie, you're in Norton Commons. Shut the hell up. Yeah, you need to email me. I'm in Norton Commons all the time. I go to Recover Well for cryotherapy. I live in Prospect. I mean, we are crazy close. That is so cool. Okay, well, we got to connect. So we've covered so much today, like in 42 minutes. Oh my goodness. I bet you know my family. That's why you look familiar. Where are you from? My mother-in-law lives in Clay County. Story time with Ashley. Oh my God. There's Melissa Carver's my friend. My mother was born in Clay County. She was born at, I think it was Manchester Hospital. And she grew up in Jackson County, McKee, Kentucky, Annville, Kentucky, Sand Gap, and yeah, you know, Melissa Carver, Kentucky in the building. Yeah, heck yeah. And I think, so Pikeville and Phelps. Where is Phelps? I'm very familiar with Pikeville. My work took me to Pikeville a lot. When I worked with EKU and Berea College back in the day, I landed in Pikeville a whole lot. So I'm familiar with Pikeville. Pikeville's all right. I never minded really staying in Pikeville. Phelps is small. Phelps is not Eastern Kentucky, is it? Is that Western? I'm not familiar with Phelps. So does anybody have any questions you would like for me to answer? I have to sign off here in just a few minutes. So Phelps is in Eastern Kentucky. Okay, I'm going to tell you all something that's kind of funny. I'll give you all some time to put your questions in the comments if you want to think about it for a minute. So I was born in Lexington, Kentucky, but I grew up in Richmond, Kentucky, which is Madison County. Is it bad to manifest every hour for 5 minutes? I'm gonna answer that question in just a second. I'll finish my thought here, and then I'll answer that question. So I lived in Madison County, which is more, towards the eastern side of the fence here in Kentucky. And I think a really cool characteristic about the state of Kentucky is every 50 miles, people sound different. It's like the accents change. But everybody where I grew up kind of sound like me. All right. Well, I moved to Louisville, Kentucky in 2015, and I was astounded by how many people commented about my accent. Nobody sounds like me here. It is the damnedest thing. And I finally got to the point that I said, listen, you need to go explore the state of Kentucky, because you're the minority in this situation. Everybody sounds like me. That's exactly what I was getting ready to say, Melissa. We're always manifesting. And the thing of it is when you put like a time frame on manifesting, I'm not telling you not to do something for a few minutes, like a manifestation technique or something. I am not telling you to not do that. But what you need to do is you need to live with mindful awareness. And mindful awareness decreases amygdala activity. Amygdala is this little almond-shaped structure in our brains that is wired towards negativity bias. We are wired to believe the bad over the good. Well, if you're wanting to manifest, you're wanting to consciously create what you want. If you believe the bad, then you are going to attract the bad. But if you believe the good, you're going to attract the good. So you need to live with mindful awareness and work on strengthening that emotional intelligence so you can always be in control of your emotions. When you can control your emotions, you can control the world. Let me tell you, it is the best skill that a human being can hone. That's it. You want to know the key to manifestation? It is feeling good most of the time. And the only way to do that is by being able to control your thoughts and your emotions healthily and in a way that serves you. All of the manifestation techniques that you hear about on social media, simply Safia, Paula, do you have a book recommendation to strengthen our emotional intelligence? Are you kidding? This whole book is about that. My whole book is about that. Thought Snob, the modern spiritual playbook for a better life. It's based on 3 concepts. Snob stands for see new objective beliefs. This whole book teaches you mindful awareness, emotional intelligence, and how to live in faith. And when I say live in faith, I mean you use your God-given free will to your advantage versus your disadvantage. It's the best thing in the world you can do for yourself. When you bring the subconscious to the conscious, okay, then you are mindfully aware of what you are doing. If you are not aware, then you are using, usually, your God-given free will to your disadvantage instead of your advantage. And that's what I used to do. I'm telling you, Dr. Melissa Carver here in the chat, you need to give her a follow too. You need to take a look at her website. She was on my podcast a while back. Her and I actually created an Aspiring Author Summit. If you've ever been curious about how to go about writing a book, you can check that out on my website, on her website. I've got the link to the summit in my link tree. I'll have to play racquetball. Okay, I love you too. All right, let's talk later. Yes, we need to talk. I have so we need to catch up. Facts. But that's what you need to do. Like, you can't just like go about just manifest something, right? I mean, you've got to get your energy aligned with what you want, and that can sometimes take a little inner work. It can sometimes take some time, and there's so much to it. And social media has been a blessing and a curse. It served a great purpose for me, but I see a lot of things that are gimmicky, and sometimes I feel like manifestation has been turned into something gimmicky or trendy, and it's not. It is very, very real, and it's timeless classic work, and it's effective. Like it's real. How do I attract my life partner when actively dating? I'm gonna tell you exactly what to do. Envision what you want. And I have guided visualizations. They're free. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I have guided visualizations on my website and my YouTube channel that will help you do this if you don't feel comfortable doing it on your own. All right. The best thing you can do if you are single and you are ready for a life partner who is an equal, and you can combine your lives, all right? You're ready for that. Figure out what you want that relationship to look like. Write it down if you have to. Whatever you got to do to get it really, really, really embedded in your head, all right? Figure out what you want. Then envision what you think your life will look like with that person, or what you want it to look like when you find that person. And then envision it for at least 15 minutes a day. More if you can. 15 minutes is good. But what you want to do is you want to conjure up emotion while you are envisioning what you want. And when you conjure up emotion, you cause your manifestation to take hold. And when you do your envisioning every single day, that manifestation, you build momentum. And it's like a snowball, getting bigger and 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 bigger. And when you do that daily, consistently, it produces cumulative effects. And the outcome is you believe that you have something that you technically don't have. Okay. That's when it shows up. That's how you do it. You could not date at all. Date whatever you want to do. If you want to date, date. I'm not telling you not to. But you could not date at all. Not do the dating apps. Not do any matchmaker stuff. And just envision the person that you want. And you can conjure that person up. And they will fall out of the clear blue sky. It happened to me. Martina! Hey there. I did this for 2 years before I got the apartment. Yes, you did, my friend. You sure did. You sure did. Been working with Martina for a while. All right, guys. I have enjoyed this so much. It's time for me to hop off. However, as soon as TikTok makes this video available and I can download it and get it on my YouTube channel, I will have it up and running, and you can go back and watch it at your discretion and when you have time. And I'm sorry too, Martina, but I'm always around. You know that. And I encourage you to check out the links in my link tree. I have so many videos and resources that I have created to help you feel better and find your life purpose and unlock your inner wisdom so you don't rely on the opinions of others for making decisions about yourself. Nobody knows you better than you. Always keep that in mind. You do what you want to do, I am telling you. You are very welcome. They're saying thank you for your time and wisdom, Paula. You are very welcome. Thank you for being here. You all allow me to do what I love to do. Without you all, who would I get to talk to about this? Bitter Hearts 89. I love your videos. They are inspiring. Thank you. You are so incredibly welcome. And for all of you who went to Amazon today and got a copy of Thought Snob, I appreciate you so much. I believe in this book so much. I'm so proud of this book. And if you read it and follow it, you will make the changes that you want to make. And, you know, one of these days when you become a thought snob, those assholes who treated you poorly are going to regret treating you like that. And that's my promise to you. Yes, the book is on Audible, and I'm the narrator, and it's pretty funny. There are actually 6 bonus stories in the audiobook that are not in the paperback or the Kindle, because my editor, who is the famous Alana Nash, she could not fit them into the content, and she's like, Paula, these are too good, we have to include them. And it was her idea to include them as bonus stories with the Audible. And here's something that you need to know too. So I am trying to get to 10,000 reviews on Amazon. Getting reviews is a beast, and that's how you get into the algorithm in Amazon. It's not even so much as through sales, it's through reviews. I have an ongoing competition until I get to 10,000 reviews. This is going. You can win $1,000 for leaving a review. When I get to 10,000 reviews, I'm going to randomly draw a name, and that person gets $1,000 in cash. Okay? All right? So throw your hat in the ring. All you got to do is buy the book, leave a review. And when I get to 10,000 reviews, then I will pull a name. I will give you $1,000 in cash. Okay? And I have videos up about that too on my TikTok and Instagram. And so there's information about that competition. It's real. It's all real. Yeah. So on my way to buy the book. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Love you too. I will have, where do we leave the review? On Amazon. That's where you do it. All right, guys. I'll have this video up on my YouTube channel as soon as I can. Thank you so much. Just keep in mind, if TikTok goes away, I'm in many other places. I will focus more on Instagram. I'm going to take this show to Instagram. If TikTok ends up going away, I don't think it will. But I do have an audiobook, my friend, and I am the narrator. And it's pretty damn funny. And there are 6 bonus stories in the audiobook that are not in the paperback or the Kindle. So everybody loves the audiobook, but if you like to journal, like the book is set up to journal as you read through it and go through the self-reflection exercises, everybody loves the audiobook, but you might want to have a pen and a piece of paper handy. And some people have bought the paperback to go along with the audiobook. Just throwing that out there, okay? I am a little late here, but a big fan. What happened? Julie, we have covered a lot. I'm going to post this full video as soon as TikTok makes it available on my YouTube. I'm getting ready to have to close out because I've got a 3 o'clock appointment. But we talked about healing our bodies through activating our vagus nerve. That has been our topic for today. And then we got off on other topics, related topics like reversing the belief systems in our subconscious and just all that stuff that I love to talk about all the time. So just keep an eye out, and I'll put this on my YouTube channel as soon as TikTok makes it available. All right? And TikTok is making me do the little security thing here. There we go. Okay, everybody. I will see you soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Make it a great day.